Hi, my name is Mike, and at the moment I'm supporting a large institution, lots of students, lots of teachers, and I've been mildly amused on how much email traffic there's going around with calendar requests and messaging on trying to organise one-to-one sessions with their tutors. Well, to be honest with you, all that is not required because we can use Scheduler, which is a plugin to Moodle. If you haven't got Scheduler on your Moodle platform, then I suggest you get onto the Moodle administrators and make it happen. So how do we use Scheduler? Well, as the editor of a Moodle course, you need to go to the top right-hand corner of the Moodle page, click the cog, and then turn editing on. And wherever you want your Scheduler link to appear for the students, click add an activity or a resource. And then find within the list, this is using Moodle 3.5. If you're using 3.9, it'll look a little bit more modern. But find Scheduler, click on there, and it'll go straight to it. So the first thing to do is add a name of the meeting. I've just put meeting with digital director, but I think what you should write in there instead of just meeting with whoever is type in book a meeting with the digital director in this instance, so that the students know when they see the link what to do with that link, and I'll show you the example later. I've added a bit of text, inaugural meeting to discuss your aims and objectives. I think it's a good idea to put in the information of what that meeting is, and because the student will see that once they click on the link. So the scheduler options are pretty damn powerful. You can originally, or first things first, is put the name of who the meeting is with, and then you can allow the students to register just, in this instance, one appointment, but you can have multiple appointments within the scheduler. I've disallowed booking in groups. This is for one-to-one sessions. And the guard time here, you can set a period of time where the student cannot change the meeting outside this period. So in this instance, they can't cancel the meeting outside 2 hours to go. The default slot for the duration, I put 30 minutes, assuming it's a 30-minute meeting. If it's an hour, select 60, or indeed, I was going to say 1 hour, but this is in minutes, so that's put 60. Notifications, I've selected no, because otherwise that just creates more email traffic, and that's what I'm trying to avoid here. And then there's a sort of drop-down menu, and what I've done, I've selected the option for the student to see the appointment note, and it's visible to the teacher and the student. On the same page, if you scroll down, you can select whether the booking form is optional or not. So I've selected yes. I've asked the students here to upload their resume, and I've let the students an optional thing whether they leave a message with the booking form. I've also, I want one file, obviously, with their resume on it, and a maximum file of 2 megabytes. And then you need to scroll all the way down to the page and then click Save and Return to the course. And going back to your page, you'll be able to see this link. It says Meeting with the Digital Director. And as I said earlier on, setting up that link, I would have put book your meeting with the digital director in this instance. So what you need to do as the setter-upper of this schedule link, if that's good phraseology, is to click on the link, and you will see slots and a link here saying add slots. So it gives you the option to add repeated slots. I suggest you do this if you're doing it one for sort of every student in your class, or you can just add a single slot. So I've used the add repeated slots. And then you can select the date of the meetings or a range of dates. And I've asked the system to add appointments for the Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. after the 28th of September, and the time range, I'm accepting slots between 0900 and 1730 on those days. And I've asked Moodle to divide the slots automatically, given that there's each slot a duration of 30 minutes, and I've given myself 10 minutes between the slots, and this is so powerful, I'll show you in a moment. So that 10 minutes allows me to grab a coffee and wait for the next student, or if I've got any sort of notes to make, I can do that in that time. Just scroll down a little bit. I don't want slots to overlap, so I've selected no. Maximum number of students per slot, I've selected 1, and the location, I've chosen to do it on Skype. Enter your name. But if you're an administrator and you've got a range of teachers, what you can do is select the teacher from your list, and I've allowed the students to see the list from now, but you can delay that as required. And also I've set an email reminder to go out to the student 1 day before that slot. Okay, and don't forget to save changes, otherwise Moodle won't do it for you. And going back to the link, you can see now what Moodle has done for us. So it started 0900 on Monday the 28th of September, and created a half-hour slot, added 10 minutes, and then the next slot is 9:40, yada, 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 and it's created all those slots on that particular day. Now, there's another powerful feature of Moodle, and obviously this is on a sort of test site that I've got. I've got 1 student and me on this site. So you can see the big grey notification. 1 student still needs to make an appointment, and you can see I can send an invitation, or indeed send a reminder to that student. So that's cool. So let's have a look at the student view. The student will click on the link, and again, I'll reiterate. I think I should have put book a meeting with the digital director in this instance, so it's obvious to the student what they need to do. Anyway, nevertheless, they click the link, and then this image at the bottom, meeting with the director, appears. You can see my original note saying inaugural meeting to discuss your aims and objectives, and then the student is provided the options. Now, of course, what I haven't done on this slide is given you all the options. I've only just given you the top 4. But the key thing is, over on the right-hand side, there's buttons to book that slot. So this is the student booking thing, and it shows the date and time that I'm booking. Then there's a message area where I can message the teacher. I can add my file, and then I would scroll down and hit confirm booking. And again, this is student view. I now have an option to edit the booking or indeed cancel it, and you can see the date, who's it with, and it's on Skype. Now, if your Moodle course has got blocks, either up and coming event block or indeed the calendar block, over on the right hand side of this slide, what you can see is the meeting has appeared in up and coming events, and that's really useful. So it gives me a nudge on organising myself as a student. And if it's calendar, then the date is highlighted in my calendar, and if I hover over it, then it says meeting with your Mr. Toft, and so on. So that's the student view. If we go back to the staff view, this is really quite handy now. So we can now just click on the link, and we can see which student has booked the slot at what time. And don't forget, we can remind the other students to do so using Moodle. You don't have to create other emails through Outlook or whatever you're using. Okay, but also for those of you who like your lists and spreadsheets and all that sort of thing, what you can do is export scheduler to either a CSV file to Excel, to PDF to HTML and other options. So you'll see along the top there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 links. This one's to export, and you can choose different options to export into your spreadsheet. Bottom right, you've got the demonstration of that comma-separated list, and you can see that one student, Ekim, has booked his slot. And that's it, really. It's as simple as you go. It stops hundreds of emails. It stops so much traffic digitally. Just using Moodle Scheduler, it can make your life easier. My name is Mike Toft. I'm on the web at alittlegreyhair.com and at miketoft.com, on Twitter at alittlegreyhair. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.